It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Defense wins championship, baby. Check. 53 is right. Check. 53 is right. Here we go, D. All day, defense. All day. All day.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The open man here, Renfro. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
A gain of 6 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
He was brought down.
Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
A gain of
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I don't think there's any doubt that we'll see a little bit more of Mecole Hardman as a receiver in year 2. First year, used him a little bit as a gimmick. Throw it to him occasionally, some jet sweeps, maybe some return game. But he really came on late in the season. 538 yards, 6 touchdowns. A pretty darn good year for a rookie receiver. And really made his huge impact as a return guy. Earned a Pro Bowl nomination in his first season.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Kansas City Chiefs, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's KC punter Tyler Newsome.
Formation for the Chiefs.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now Carr. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar.
cart.
A gain of 6 there on first.
To Nelson Aguilar. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Chiefs 0.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
3 brings up 3rd and inches.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Touchdown,
Henry Ruggs. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Without a doubt, the fade route is tough to stop if your wide receiver and quarterback are on the same page and the ball is placed in the proper spot.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Hartman on the return. The Chiefs make over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
By the Raiders.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
But it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 22. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
What now? Ready?
Here's Jacobs. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now a 2nd down and 6. One more time with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
It's
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
Throwing on first down, it's Carr. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Carr now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Armani Watts. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, try to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
6-yard pickup brings up
Second and 4.
At the 29-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. Excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind him as he carried it all the way to the end zone.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
The 37-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik Collins able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football. Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Marcus Joyner there defensively.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Eluding the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
A 4-yard gain.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
53 check, 53 Let's go, D.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing his car on third down. Escaping the pressure right. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage. Able
to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. Nope.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And now off to the races down the right side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Raiders 24, Chiefs 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Number 26.
Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
The tackle by Demarius Randall. 4 yards on the...
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flushed out right. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
24. Chiefs 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
The ball carrier, Juan Thornhill.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. 2nd and 8 coming up.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 3rd down, Carr. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Hill on the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Get ready. Get ready.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes eluding the pressure right. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that on your center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Down at the 11-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
On the stop.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the gun, Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout.
First down.
But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Jacobs. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Tackle made at the 21.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Third down.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. From the gun, Carr. Aguilar has it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Vegas, 1st down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Good.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Raiders 31, Chiefs 21. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this carries into the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And, of course, this win a big one. They can hang their hat on this victory on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs.
And you know how difficult it is for the team that wears the crown, because they're going to get everyone's best shot. So let's face it, they circled this game. We're going to go in there and take down the defending Super Bowl champs. This is our opportunity. They're not going to walk out of here with a trophy today, but they will walk out with respect around the league. And to them, that's vitally important.
So for Las Vegas, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.